I'm in greenhouse 1, Michigan zone 5. And this is the first lantana that I've taken out of the ground that didn't go crispy. It has one bud opening and it has several buds on it. And it's about to get real cold here. Today's Thursday, cold front's coming in tomorrow. So the lantana's gonna have to come in the house. It's a warm weather loving plant. In the greenhouse, I'm starting to turn the heat down. And this sweet potato, which did bloom once, been watching for a second bloom, but I haven't seen one yet. I did find some seed heads, which means it was blooming when I wasn't paying attention. And I put the seeds back in the same pot. I don't have a lot of space. I can't guarantee that sprout is a sweet potato. I doubt that it is. This came out of greenhouse 2. It was in the ground. It really didn't give me any sweet potatoes or do anything all year. But I'm gonna winter it inside on the plant shelf underneath the plant light. Made a space for it. I rescued my neighbor's deck plants. He would have just left them out there in the snow because they got hit by frost a couple times. This is one of my summer propagations from the weeping willow. I took one of my pots out of the chicken coop. It still has perennials in here. That will do well in the cold. The heat is going to be set for above freezing for about 3 months, 4 months. So I just want to keep it above freezing. Right now it's about 60 at night in here. And the big heater, that's as low as that big heater goes. It doesn't go any lower. So I'm going to switch to a little heater and start taking the temperature down. This rose can handle some chilly weather, so we'll leave it out here for a while. It hasn't looked this good since I bought it at the grocery store. I'm super happy with it. That will be coming back inside the house, but not quickly because it can handle the cold. So I'm only bringing 2 in today. And the greenhouse is clean. This one can handle cold. It can stay in here for a while. I don't know if these propagations took, and I have no idea what that is in the middle. I'm guessing weed. But in my yard, weeds are sometimes flowers. Lots of herbs and mints at the bottom. This one likes it warmer, but it does well in the greenhouse. That thyme has been in this greenhouse for years. I just dig it up and bring it in, or I leave it in a pot in the summer. I have pots that I brought in that are full of dirt. I can't remember what I planted in these pots. One of them was blackberry. I don't think it took. I'm going to use it for propagations. I've done really well with big pots and sticks. This is smoke bush. In a windstorm, branches broke. That was sitting in the pond all summer because I did not have time to deal with it. And my husband loves it when I'm rooting things. Passion flowers that got dug up and cut back. Probably alive. Those red sticks back there, I was going to use them in my winter projects outside in the winter interest pots, but I didn't like them. They didn't show well enough, so now I had planned on propagating. The strawberry hydrangea, and then there's a shrub, I can't remember the name of it, Stell. I'll have to write it down. Maybe I did. I should check my journal. Another plant that I rescued from my neighbor's deck. It's green. Okay, that's alive. The leaves are burnt, and I cut it back once. I might cut it back again. Eventually, I'll bring it into my overflow area. I still have nasturtiums in here. They're good for now. These trees will go dormant. These are pear trees. I have herbs underneath this thing. deck pots. I do not like the shelf on the back of this. This year, I've had it in here a couple times. And I don't think I've ever liked this back shelf. It is hard to get to water. Still have a ginger back there, and I have a ginger on that back shelf. The ginger on the back shelf that doesn't look good came from greenhouse 2. It's flipping to cold weather things. So all in all, this needs cleaned up a little bit more, but I clean it up when I got that minute and the scissors in my hand. When I cut these branches off, give them to the chickens. So I'm showing the greenhouse today before I take the flowering plants inside and before I turn the heat down. I don't know when we'll see it clean again. Heat mats are on low. These houseplants, I was hoping the neighbor would take them inside because I have to make room on my plant shelf for some of these other things. So the heat mat is on. This tray's not planted yet. This is propagations. We'll see how they do. I'm not going to tell you what's what today. Oh my goodness. Look at here. When I repotted that plant that I'm saving from the neighbor's house, these leaves fell off. And I know that they grow this way. Grow new plants this way. So the leaves, I kept them around. I didn't do anything with them. I just kept them around. So I have room to grow with my propagations and winter sowing. Milk jugs. I didn't show you this bottom shelf. Here's a tomato. It came out of greenhouse 2. These came out of the vegetable garden. I think I know what they are, but I don't know for sure. It's reseeding like crazy. Some of these propagations I don't know if they took or not. This one's a new one. That one is the shrub I can't remember the name of. It's a small shrub. It looks good most of the time, all through the season until now when it's dormant. So this is what I'm working on. Winter sowing. Butterfly weed. These will have to be taped better to go outside in the spring. When I'm doing spring planting, all the milk jugs can go outside. So the more I can do in the milk jugs, the better. I do not like the looks of them. And I try to hide them where I'm not really looking at them. But they're going to be in here and they're probably going to be thick. That way in the spring the milk jugs go outside. These things will all need to be repotted at that stage, and I'm going to need space. Propagations will have to stay in here. I have a lot of propagations from last year in the ground.